Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Mile High Game Guys board gaming podcast. I'm your host Adrian.
I'm Zach.
And I am Jeff.
And we are here to talk about all things GenCon.
Indeed.
All things GenCon 50.
GenCon 50, yes.
5-0.
GenCon 2017.
I've
the
been
50th
going,
ever.
I've been going for a while.
Yeah.
What Super Bowl was last year?
50.
50?
Yep.
So they started within a year of each other.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no, so the most recent Super Bowl, the one this year, was 51.
Okay, so...
Because the Broncos won Super Bowl 50 2 years ago. Or a little over a year ago.
Right.
So yes, so the Super Bowl is 1 year older than GenCon.
Did the Super Bowl start in someone's living room?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, 22 grown men playing full contact football in someone's living room.
Okay. So they both started the same way.
Yeah.
It was Joe Namath just, throwing the football around I don't know whose living room.
Someone got killed
Mitt
when
Rooney
their
or something.
head hit the brick fireplace.
Yes. That was the first death in the NFL.
Yes.
Anyway, that's NFL. We'll talk about that come Super Bowl next year.
No,
Indeed.
fuck, that's right.
Oh, yeah. The Broncos play on Thursday. I totally
really?
forgot to mention that. Yeah, preseason. It's here. Football's here. I forgot to mention that in the banter episode.
Thank you.
I'm mad at myself.
Thank you for forgetting that.
That's fine, though.
So Zach didn't have to cut that all out.
Next week, football will be back.
Oh, it just gives me something else to cut out, and I'm happy.
Zach knows how to edit now.
This is how I'm going to go back to editing everything.
We're going to get two different versions of the episode, the Zach cut and the Adrian cut.
Yep.
It'd be interesting to cut the same episode and see how we cut different.
No.
Probably
Yeah.
not be that much different.
No.
Anyhow, we leave for Gen Con early next week.
Yes, we do.
Wednesday.
Yeah, which I guess is really midweek. It's not early next week.
Most of us
I mean,
are
it's 3 out of 4.
Yeah.
It's 3 out of 7 days, so it is technically early.
It is in the beginning half.
Yeah.
We will be leaving bright and, I guess dark and early before sunrise Wednesday.
5 a.m., I want to say.
We're going to probably try earlier to just get to Kansas City as early as possible because we are driving. There's I think there's 4 of us driving, and then there are another 5 on top of that, 5 plus, that will be flying or meeting us in Indianapolis.
Yeah, well, and even so I'm definitely driving. I just don't know for sure. I'm currently planning on driving with you guys in the van on Wednesday, but there's a chance I'm going to go with Wes, Bob, and Sven, leaving at 8 p.m. on Tuesday and just driving straight. And so then I'd be there Wednesday in that case and wait for you guys to show up sometime Thursday.
Miss out on a lot of free beer.
So we have an
barbecue.
appointment at in Kansas City at Boulevard because we've stopped there the last 2 years. Ant knows some people that know some people. He probably actually just knows the people.
Ant knows the barrel guy.
Yeah.
Ant's the barrel guy at Epic. He knows the barrel guy at Boulevard. They're buddies. We get super duper backstage access to Boulevard's brewing operations.
Yep.
Backstage tours.
Yeah, we just get to dip our hand right in there, tasty.
Feet just grab
If you've
the beer with
drank
our
Boulevard, you've consumed us.
hand. Yeah. God. I don't want to drink Boulevard anymore.
Oh, gross.
That has never happened.
Nope. That's good. That'll all be edited out, so don't worry.
They give us a hall pass, so we get a just free tap room the whole time we're there. Last time they had a beer cheese pairing.
It was really good.
That was really good there. Well, it was more than just cheese. They had some jelly and toast and stuff. That was really good. Got tours, got a bunch of free beers. And then we're going to go out for barbecue somewhere. Kansas City barbecue is fantastic.
Best barbecue in the country.
Call that pretty mostly accurate.
Good barbecue.
Indeed.
Good beer.
So hopefully we'll get in on that again. Also, we bring a fair amount of beer to trade with them. We're going to have a designated driver, which will be someone. Someone's not drinking.
David.
Yep.
And he will drive us to the not St. Louis area. No, yeah, St. Louis area.
Columbia is
Columbia,
where the first
Missouri.
Airbnb is.
Gotcha. About halfway between. And then we'll get there fairly decent time, 8 p.m. And then we'll just sit around, play a bunch of games, and drink, probably more. Because usually Boulevard sends us some beer along with us as we've done a trade.
Not to mention all the beer that Ant brings.
Yes. So we'll probably play a bunch of games. Probably 3 Dragon Ante. That seems to be the Gen Con first drive night tradition. Then we're going to get up really early again and drive to Indianapolis. Get there Thursday, I don't know, late morning, probably, 11-ish. Then we have an Airbnb about 1.5 miles from the convention center.
So we can walk. Or a $4 Uber.
Yeah, not a like 25-minute drive each way.
God.
And then $20 for parking.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm real glad that we don't have to deal with that because it was so frustrating last year, like having to like organize everyone because we had just one big van. So it's like, all right, we got to have at least most of the people go and pile into the van, and then a 30-minute drive, then park, then walk, and it was that was not awesome. No. So real excited for having a place within walking distance / cheap.
It's probably
transport.
75% more expensive this year. Not quite double, but I think we'll all enjoy the relative proximity to the convention center.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit smaller of a place than we were before.
I thought it was bigger.
Is it?
More beds, at least.
Oh, well, see, then it's even better because there's also less people
Yeah.
in the group. So the cost went up. Part of the cost going up was we don't have as many people in there.
We had, 11 or 12 in that house
We had
last time?
so many.
Yeah.
Aunt slept at the foot of the bed that Megan and I were sharing.
I missed that.
Matt and Heather had their own room, which I'm assuming they'll have their own bed since they'll be coming straight from their honeymoon in Southeast Asia.
Yep.
So yeah, it's going to be nice. Looking forward to that. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we'll be right there by the convention. And we'll be there Thursday, most of the day, all day Friday, all day Saturday. And then we usually do like one last kind of pass through on Sunday, check out any hot deals where people are trying to sell their games so they don't have to ship them back to wherever they came from.
Mm-hmm. Don't have to load them back into trucks.
Yep.
And then we get on the road, and we're going to try and maybe catch the meteor shower because that'll be that Monday.
Not a meteor shower.
Eclipse, yeah.
A solar eclipse.
That astrological event.
God damn it.
No, not even astrological, huh? Was Aries going in front of the sun or something? Or is it Scorpio? Is Scorpio going in front of the sun?
Scorpio and Aries are meeting together.
That's going to be a big fight right in front of the sun.
It'll be pretty badass.
That's why you need the glasses, because you have to stare right at the sun to see the scorpion fight.
I hate you guys.
Well, we are going to be in, I think, still Columbia, Missouri, Monday. So we're going to hang around and watch, because I think it's totality, almost, not complete, but we will see complete darkness for a period of time.
Yep.
Which I'm pretty excited about, because I haven't seen one since, I think it was like third grade, fourth grade.
Are we going to have to get glasses? Like, I know they have those special glasses.
Yes.
Well, Wes probably has like a ton, because I know he was championing us seeing this.
Yeah, so Wes, if you don't have a ton, you better get a ton, because otherwise people are going to hate you.
Yeah, I'm just going to go blind. It's fine. Just use my son.
I better see 2,000 of those, Wes.
So yeah, that's the rough timeline of our GenCon trip. We'll be back sometime Monday evening, back here to Denver, and
then I will start my new job the next morning.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Yes.
but there's a whole lot that's going to happen in that like 3.5 days in Indianapolis at GenCon.
Yep.
An epic amount of stuff.
Gaming, drinking, meeting people, hanging out. Just fantastic time.
You will have complete access to all three of us.
Ugh, that sounds weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. You're going to like it, Zach.
No.
They're going to have access to you, and you're going to enjoy it.
No.
So
I don't know. Maybe you'll like the access.
So this is our third GenCon as the trio.
Okay.
The
Second as the trio.
I did not go that first time.
Oh, that's right. You didn't go the first year.
Aunt Adrian.
You guys didn't
and
invite me.
myself
I'm pretty sure we did. Shut up,
went
Zach.
2 years ago.
Yes.
And then a whole crew last year. And then a whole crew again this year.
I seem to remember you going, "Hey, Zach," and then you guys all look at each other. Never mind.
That was exactly how it happened.
And then I've been going for, I don't know, 15 years, something crazy like that.
Yeah, which we've kind of talked about that in the past, our GenCon histories, so we won't dive into that too much. What are some things that you guys are looking forward to in particular for this year at GenCon?
So you're talking about specifically at GenCon, or just since we're going to be in the area?
Both.
Okay.
Either or.
So I don't know if you heard this movie called Dunkirk that came out a little while ago.
Yeah.
And unfortunately,
Everyone's going to know our secret plans.
It's fine. It's okay. We'll just buy our tickets now.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think we'll be okay. I don't think we're going to flood the movie theater with our listeners.
Yeah.
You never know.
But so the movie came out a little while ago, and we wanted to see it in IMAX, but our IMAX wasn't playing the right one that we wanted to see.
So he filmed it in 70 millimeter IMAX. There are like 20 70 millimeter IMAX theaters in the country. A lot of places have IMAX. A lot of places have 70 millimeter, but no one had both.
The closest was in New Mexico. No, Arizona.
Grand Canyon Historical Museum has a 70 millimeter IMAX theater.
And I will say that it was me, Jeff, and Paul. I think we were getting barbecue, and it's like we could go for a weekend. Like Paul can fly, we can fly.
Paul's getting a pilot's license. So we're like, well, how much does it cost to fly us to the Grand Canyon?
Jesus.
But then we saw
it wasn't an unreasonable number, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Then we saw that it was going to be at the Indiana History Museum or something like that.
Indiana or Indianapolis.
Yeah.
But right at Indianapolis.
And so we're like, well, we could go see it there. So we're going to be doing that. And then the next 2 days, we won't be able to hear anything because
it's going to be real loud.
It's going to be real loud.
This is the first I've heard of this.
Yeah.
By the way, this is all new information to me.
I think it's only been when Zach and Paul and I have been hanging out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take that to mean that I'm not invited. So I'll just go find something else to do. So if you want to go watch IMAX with Zach and Jeff,
and Paul, bullshit Paul,
bullshit Paul,
or you can hang out with Adrian. Exclusive, mutually exclusive. No.
And then really you just shut down any Zach and Jeff hangouts for any future possibility.
Yep.
Is that
yeah, if you ever want to murder, you can't hang out.
You can't hang out with Adrian.
No.
God, you guys are the worst. Is that Thursday?
We don't know
Night?
yet. We're just going to try and fit it in whenever we can.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, they don't know when we're going to do it.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, Dunkirk 70 millimeter.
If
IMAX.
Adrian, if at any point you're like, man, I don't see Jeff, Paul, or Zach, you're like, that's when we went to go see.
Oh,
when we
okay.
went.
Fantastic.
Yeah. We were hoping they would still be playing, but it's the only big IMAX release for any like reasonable time, so they're still playing it, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Cool.
I missed out on like all of his IMAX, Christopher Nolan's IMAX releases, so this will be my first. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Right on. So more gaming related. Is there anything like specifically GenCon gaming related you're really looking forward to?
So I know is the gaming room supposed to be on the field or
well,
not the field?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I think it's on the field at Lucas Stadium.
Okay, well, we're gonna be doing that.
So I wonder what they're doing with the rest of that like gaming space. Maybe it's more scheduled stuff and less like open area that you can just find a table or. It's gonna be a big change because last year they started renting out the Colt Stadium, Lucas Oil
for True Dungeon.
For the True Dungeon
was over
event.
there.
And the anime cosplay stuff too, I believe.
There's usually a lot of cool stuff that you just never see. Like they had a whole bunch of arcades last year down the big hallway. And we never went over to Colt Stadium last year.
We did not explore I never saw the open gaming room last time. I pretty much hung in that gaming room we were in before.
The library?
No.
Well, we weren't in the library.
Oh, the big...
Yeah, I didn't go to the library at all last year. No, we went to the big... Like it's adjacent to the dealer's hall, and it's like a bunch of scheduled gaming.
But they had a lot of these tables that where you played, and then the dealer's hall. That's pretty much most of what I saw. So I would actually like to see most of the convention this time.
Yeah.
So
I walked around last year a bit upstairs where like I came across like the Paizo area where they were running a bunch of Pathfinder events, like Pathfinder card game, Pathfinder RPGs, a bunch of stuff like that. I do want to try and like have more of an explore day. As well, because I pretty much I stay in that central area around the dealer hall.
There's
far
so
too
much to see though. It's
really like 4 conventions in one almost.
You could just spend your day on the expo dealer hall all 4 days and not run out of stuff to do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of Thursday will be let's see what shit we can buy right now.
Yeah,
and it's all sold out.
Yep.
Right. Hopefully some of the stuff that's interesting will still be available.
That'll be our expansion, buying things.
Yep.
Exploration, expansion.
We're 4Xing this?
So what's our extermination portion of this part?
We're exterminating cans of beer all weekend long.
We might exterminate some viruses in PandEPIC.
Yes.
Well, not us specifically, but people playing the game.
Yep.
We actually have a ticketed event, I think Thursday night, and then possibly Saturday nights, like 7 p.m.
Yep. They're going to be, I think the Saturday ones are looking like they're going to be a little bit more free form. So it's going to be, if you show up and we're in the middle of a game, Be like, hey, wait around for a little bit and you can jump in the next one.
Yep.
But no tickets or anything. I don't know. I think Ant's still working on some confirmation stuff from the GenCon people for that.
Right.
Sounds like we're like a later night thing, so it won't be going on during the main horde.
They won't let us start until after the dealer hall closes because we're right by those big set of doors and it's a crowd control issue.
And if you saw us last year, it's the same exact spot.
Yep. Except legit.
Yes.
Yeah, now we're approved.
Yep.
So take that for notice. You can just it's better just to ask for permission afterwards.
Yes.
Or ask
for forgiveness, not for permission.
Yes. Yep.
We were forgiven and then given legitimacy.
And then have it actually be interesting. Because if we were boring, they could have just been like, nah, we'll just kick you guys.
Or when you just do it and somebody comes up and confronts you, be nice about it. Like, acknowledge that, oh, yeah, we didn't know we couldn't do this. I'm sorry, officer, I didn't know I couldn't do that.
Yep.
Not from here. I don't know the rules.
But yeah, we were nice about it, and they remembered Ant when he set up the event. They're, oh, yeah, I remember you from last year. Yeah, we can. That worked well. You can do that again, officially.
Yep.
So.
What's the fourth E? 4X. Exploration, extermination, expansion.
So is it extract?
Yeah,
Extraction?
extract.
Extract money from our wallets.
Well, we're extracting money from our wallets. That's what GenCon is doing, is extracting our money.
It's exploit, which is
the GenCon is exploiting our wallets.
Yes.
Besides that, I like looking at all of the cool new stuff that I won't be able to buy.
Yep.
I like looking at all the cool stuff that I don't even want to buy. Like wandering through like the artist gallery or like parts of the dealer hall and just seeing like some of the really cool like paintings and books and weird leather clothing and swords and cosplay stuff. And
basically like a Renaissance fair in there for a little bit.
Yeah. And then just walking around and
then there's the hentai
people watching
video booth right across from it.
The dubbing thing. Yeah.
Yes. Gen Con after hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
Too hot for regular hours, I guess.
Heather's doing cosplay again. And
not competing.
She's not competing?
She's not competing.
Damn it. That was actually kind of cool. It gave me an excuse to go to the competition because I knew somebody in it.
Yeah.
I probably won't.
She will dress up for sure. Because I was like, oh, you're not dressing up? She's like, I didn't say that. But she will not be competing this year. Being as they're hot off a plane from Singapore or something.
Yeah. Well, then also because she won last year, she would have to go into like the professional one.
Yeah. She got a free badge this year.
Yeah, she got a free badge for this one because she was in like one of the amateur ones. And so she'd have to be in the professional one and that'd be a lot more work you'd have to put in, I think.
Especially when you're just getting back from like a 3-week honeymoon.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of different things going on.
There's going to be a Blood Bowl tournament on Saturday.
Ant's competing in that.
Yes, as is David and possibly me, depending on how many appointments and stuff that we get, because we're professionals.
Yeah, press
and
badge.
we can make appointments.
Paul should be doing that too.
Oh yes, Paul. Bullshit Paul's in there.
Are you able to get enough tickets for that? Or are they just...
I think they're just the generic ones and hoping for the best.
Okay.
Yeah, so they sold out almost immediately, but they are going to take generic tickets to expand because I think they had well under guessed how many people were actually interested. And really, they can take up much more space than what they sold tickets for.
Okay.
So if you remember last time, Ant wanted to get the most fouls.
And did.
By a long shot.
They stopped counting well into like
the second game.
Yeah. Because he got like 15 in the first game.
Mm-hmm. I think he's trying to do that again.
Yes, because he didn't get the max number of fouls.
He's going
for maximum fouls.
Which is 54?
No, it's like 65 or something like that.
Okay.
54, 65. It's a ridiculous number of fouls.
It's 4 games, so 16 turns, 64 fouls. But if you get a riot and it turns the turn timer back, that's an extra opportunity for a foul. So he's trying to get one more than the maximum turns that existed.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. And I think he specifically, he wants to tell me, he's like, you guys better have another trophy with the mustache on it this time.
Yes. he needs the mustache one again.
Yep.
So there's going to be that Blood Bowl tournament going on. Ant's going to be really hungover as he fouls everybody because that is his tradition.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's never been in sober in a Blood Bowl tournament.
I think not hungover for a Blood Bowl tournament the next morning.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll also probably stop by Sun King there in town at some point.
Yep. We definitely have plans to go meet up with their barrel guy.
He actually came out when we did the 50 Firkin fiasco at Epic, and we met him again there. No,
Oh.
that was the movie theater guy.
Yeah, that was the movie theater
different
guy.
guy. Yeah, movie theater brewery guy out there. Said hello to him. Won't be seeing Dunkirk there.
No.
There's-
There's to Ant's chagrin.
Yeah.
There is also on Friday the Punchboard Media group that we are now a part of. There's going to be some kind of a meetup. Details are still being kind of finalized, but sometime Friday evening. I think the last I remember seeing on the Slack channel is there's a kind of a sports bar, pub, restaurant thing that's real close by. That's like it's not on that main strip that gets super packed.
With many food trucks.
Yeah, it's a little bit off to the side, so it doesn't get quite as busy, but it's still easily walkable. And so I think that's where. So it's going to be an off-site. It's going to be an off-site location.
Okay.
With alcohol and hanging out. And I know like Jake and Danielle from Draft Mechanic are coming.
I have talked to almost zero of these people, so
This is true.
probably only like 2 that I've talked to because we were literally on their podcast.
Yep.
I don't think like Brandon is not coming. Patrick might come, but I don't know if he would be there Friday for the meetup.
Gotcha.
Ken Grazer's coming from Geekcraft. I should probably know that.
Okay.
Kenji is how I know him.
Gotcha.
And yeah, a bunch of other people.
Board game nerds. All
yep.
meeting up and being board game nerds.
Correct. There's also at some point going to be a heavy cardboard meetup that I'm going to try and maybe attend unless it conflicts with Punchboard Media. But
Yeah.
Edward's going to be there courtesy of Capstone Games promoting some of their awesome new heavy games that will actually be at GenCon.
Gotcha.
GenCon's getting heavy games.
Well, I mean, they've always been there.
Some. Essen is definitely the focal point for heavy games.
Yeah, but they've existed. They're hard to demo, is basically what it is.
Also, yes.
Yeah.
That, I think, is the main bunch of events that we're all kind of looking forward to.
Yeah.
Are you guys thinking about going to any of the other after-hours events, like the massive Secret Cabal meetup they're having at that other brewery or anything like that?
I don't know. We'll see.
No, yeah, we're probably going to be pretty busy meeting all of our hundreds of fans that'll be there.
Yes.
Swarmed at all times.
So hundreds of fans. So all of our fans are going to go, is what you're saying.
Feel free to give us fist bumps, but please don't crowd around us on the convention floor. We will cause a traffic jam.
Yes, the 3 of us and the one fan that happens to recognize our voice as we swear our way through the convention.
Yep.
We will completely shut
Sorry,
down
you
the
fucking
aisleway.
small child. I am cursing in front of you.
That fuck sounded familiar.
Wouldn't be the first time somebody recognized our swearing and cackling.
Indeed. So yeah, speaking of convention centers and expo halls, there's going to be some games that you can't buy yet that we should probably try and play.
Yeah, so we've so if you guys aren't aware and you're going to GenCon, and if you're not going to GenCon, you just want to know what's happening.
You're not going to GenCon. Go fuck yourself. No.
On Board Game Geek, they've got a GenCon 50 like game tracker kind of thing. You can sort by like games that are available to buy, games that are available for demo. You can search by publisher, rating, mechanics, theme, whatever the hell you want to search by. Like it's actually a very versatile page, app, setup, whatever.
Yeah.
And so we all kind of spent some time on there over the last few days, finalizing games we're interested in. And so we're going to take a second here and talk about some of the games that isn't available to purchase yet that we're hoping to get a demo, take a look at, and get some early thoughts on.
Have a meeting.
Yep. So, Zach, what is one that you're looking forward to?
The network's executives.
Yes.
So we're big fans of the networks here on the podcast.
Yeah, very much so.
I heard a while ago that he was going to be playtesting an expansion which will add player powers, which always makes it better for me. And so I believe he said that he's going to try and do some ad hoc demos like after.
He is Gil Hova, designer of the networks and owner of Formal Ferret Games.
He's just going to hang around and play his game with people that want to play with him.
Yep. So if we can make that happen, that would be cool.
Especially because we've missed out on doing that at Geekway. My Indonesia game got in the way of going to play. So we did get to meet him at Geekway, which is nice. So he's at least vaguely familiar with our existence.
Yep.
And so, yeah, hopefully,
your two existence.
Hopefully we'll get a...
That was still so funny, just how we met him, of just like, it's like, oh, we did. And he gave us that. It's like, yeah, we know somebody that knows somebody that knows you. And then it's like, yeah, okay, cool. And then we're like, yeah, I was Sergeant Fernando, and they know this person. And he's like, oh, okay. And like actually making the connection. And then he's like, and yeah, we're these guys. Like, oh, okay, now your name makes more sense, and stuff like that. So it was
Just start at peak awkwardness and then
That's exactly what we
climb
did.
your way down.
And you know what? I think he appreciated that.
Yes.
Okay.
So Gil Hova doesn't shake hands. He does fist bumps. He's not a
Okay.
handshaker. And so I think that he appreciates just starting at peak awkward and then just moving down into comfortable from there.
Yeah,
It's like a slide.
We just all stood like 6 inches from him, not saying anything for like 10 seconds.
The potential energy of awkwardness.
And then all three of us at one time, hello, Gil Hova.
Oh, man. But yes, I am also very much looking forward to trying
Yes.
out Networks Executives. Jeff, what's something you're looking forward to trying out on the promo floor?
I really want to try, I don't know, the Kurt Russell set of games that are coming out at GenCon.
Unfortunately, Big Trouble in Little China, the card game, came out last year. That'd be great if it was just a trifecta for you.
Yeah. They had the Pork Chop Express last year.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. The Big Trouble in Little China board game. Definitely want to try and get a demo of that. Also, slightly more excited about the Thing Infections at Outpost 31. Both of those are games that I would love to get some demos in.
I'm less interested in Big Trouble Little China, but I am very interested in The Thing.
Same here.
Yeah, that one's like one of the ones that just hits all three of our wheelhouse of cool theme, hopefully cool game. All very interested in The Thing.
Maybe we could get an appointment on Outpost 30.
Maybe.
Yeah.
For myself, one game a little bit outside of my normal wheelhouse that I'm hoping to maybe check out a demo of is the Song of Ice and Fire miniature game that's currently on Kickstarter. Paul has backed, and he keeps saying that he's just going to immediately sell it. I'm hoping that if I go play it and check out the rule set, see how it plays, and then if it seems cool enough, maybe I can convince him to not sell it, and me and him can just play a whole bunch.
Are you ready for that investment into a tabletop miniatures game?
Probably not.
Okay.
Not even remotely. That's why I'm glad Paul's the one backing it. I just want to be like his buddy that he plays with.
We have Rune Wars. He has Rune Wars. You should try that one first.
The theme doesn't interest me to Rune Wars.
All right.
The Song of Ice and Fire super interests me.
Okay.
Zach, what's another one you're looking forward to?
Another one that I'm looking forward to trying out is Fog of Love. So this is it's a card game for 2 players, and it's basically about acting out a stormy love affair. And it's like you go through like having the first sparks to having like encounters with, like you're basically going through a relationship, and then you try and hopefully have a happy ending and stuff like that. But then everybody has like, you have different personality traits that are just like, if someone's super angry or if they're like disorganized. Just, I don't know. It seemed like the theme itself seemed unique enough that I was like, I would definitely, like, I saw the Kickstarter and I just wasn't interested enough to, buy it without playing it, but I definitely am curious to see what kind of game this actually plays like, because it does have like some storytelling elements to it in that respect. So,
Right on. So it's a 2-player game.
yes.
And it's like bluffing and everything. So are you trying to fall in love with the other person?
Yeah, it's cooperative.
So you're like trying to bluff and like hide your flaws while highlighting your. Because that sounds like they're going hard in on like a real relationship.
Yeah.
Like, here, let me hide all of my flaws until you're too invested.
Yeah.
to easily walk away.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now we know how you got Megan.
100% yes. Yep. Why do you think she's in New Mexico right now?
She's just trying to be away from you as much as possible.
And it's crippling alcoholism.
God. Right on. Jeff, what's another one you're looking forward to trying?
PandEPIC Legacy Season 2. Like, it's going to be there.
Some sort of demo.
Yeah.
Event
or some sort of
thing.
experience.
Experience, yeah. I'm right there with you, 100%. I really enjoyed Season 1. Season 2 seems like it's even more my kind of thing. Like, it's not just PandEPIC. It's more of a standalone, unique game.
Yeah. Mint Delivery is also supposed to be there. It's the Mintworks sequel.
Jeff's just Bogart. He's named 2
fine.
each time.
That's fine. There's a big list here, people.
Yeah.
I loved Mintworks, Mint Delivery, more.
Like,
also,
you like that one more, or you just want more?
I just want more.
Okay.
Because I like the first one a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one was really good. And I like that whole idea of like small game that takes up about the space of a deck of cards, little mint tin sized game.
Hopefully more resources are put into the tin.
Yeah.
For myself, some other ones I'm interested in trying out, and Jeff does have a good point. There's a shit ton of stuff we ended up with on this list. So I want to play Stop Thief. It's going to be available for sale, but I'm not sure I want to buy it yet. Stop Thief is the re-implementation or recreation of an older 1980s game by Restoration Games. And it uses an app and some secret movement and stuff like that to try and catch a thief. And back when they announced it, I thought it sounded cool. I haven't really heard much about it, but it'll be there, so hopefully I can catch a demo. Another one I'm interested in is a game called Photosynthesis, and it's basically growing trees and trying to grow trees in such a way that you block out the sunlight from other people. So the board has a sundial, it's like a hexagon or an octagon, and the sun moves around each corner of it and shines across the board. And so if your tree gets hit by sunlight, it pops off seeds. And if there's a bigger tree in front of you, then you don't get caught by the sunlight. And so you don't get points. And I don't know, it just looked interesting. The trees actually are stand-up trees of varying heights and stuff. And you play through several seasons as trees grow and spread out all over the board. And then at the end of the game, you get different points based on what kind of soil your trees are planted in. And I don't know. I thought that seemed kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing. So I'd like to play it, see how it plays.
Top of the hotness right now on BGG.
Yeah. Zach, what are some more that you're looking forward to trying out?
One, I don't know if I just want to see this one, is the Centipede, because they're doing that.
Yeah.
They're doing that whole Atari style line, and I'm just curious. I just want to see the hell this is going to look like.
Understandable.
Fair enough.
And it's 2 or 4 players, so yeah.
Another one?
No.
Jeff and I are doubling up. Feel free to.
So I guess one other one, we don't really know if you can actually demo it or not, is Dinosaur Island, because I backed that one, and I just like to see it actually made.
You did actually back it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool.
A deluxe edition, too.
Sweet.
So all them dino meeples.
Oh,
Spare no expense.
But Jeff, what's up for you next?
I really want to see Heroes of Lancian Air. Apparently, they're going to have a demo there. Gameland Games usually has probably gotten most of my money when I go to go to Gen Con.
At least you already have all the stuff that you want, from their previous stuff now.
Yeah, I've caught up.
You've caught up.
Yeah. So if they have a demo there, I'd like to give that a shot. I didn't end up doing the Kickstarter for it, but I'm sure there's late back or something if I end up loving it.
Right.
We could probably get access to Founders of Gloomhaven via friends at Heavy Cardboard if we wanted to actually give that a shot.
Yeah, I have it on my list, but it's the same thing. They did a playthrough of it. I think they might have done 2 playthroughs of it on YouTube. And I mean, I'm already pretty much in for it. The Kickstarter is going to end before Gen Con. So I'm in on backing it. If I have a chance to play it, I'll jump on that. But I also know that that's something I'll be able to play here with Edward and Amanda.
Yeah.
So.
But I still want to give that a look in IRL. They might have some more higher production stuff there because I think they got not a final production, but
I think they got a final production copy.
Oh, so it'll be the Kickstarter end, and a week later, everyone will get their copies, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I am super interested in trying out another one that's actually going to be for sale there, but I want to hopefully maybe try it before I buy it, and that's The Expanse, which is a huge area control, area influence game based off the Expanse series. I think it was
sci-fi.
Yeah, I think it was a show. One of the things that the thing that got me interested in this one, the reason I want to try it and then potentially buy it since it will be available there, is that it says a board game based on the sci-fi television series, focuses on politics, conquest, and intrigue, similar to the board game Twilight Struggle, although with a shorter playing time. I love Twilight Struggle.
Yes.
And so Twilight Struggle plus shorter playing time plus sci-fi theme and 2 to 4 players. Yeah, that all of that makes that more accessible, which sounds awesome to me. So.
And then it plays nothing like Twilight Struggle.
Right. So that's one of the ones I'm looking forward to hopefully trying. I really want to try one that's only going to be available for demo is the Isle of Skye expansion, Journeyman. Mm-hmm. I love Isle of Skye. We reviewed that a while back. It is one of my favorite intro to kind of solid Euro style games, and really intrigued by some of the things I've been hearing about the expansion. So hoping to demo that and get that figured out if it's something that I need to own or if it doesn't really change much.
One that I am looking forward to, for whatever reason I missed it on the first go through, but you actually had it on your part of the list, is the Palace of Mad King Ludwig.
Yes.
So I really liked Castles of Mad King. So this one is a sequel to that of some sort, but instead of everybody's building their own castles, everybody's building on the same castle, and it's another tile placement, but there's a timer where like every time someone puts a tile down, a moat starts moving around, and whenever it connects from one side of the castle all the way around to the other, that's when the game ends.
Oh, okay.
And so there's no auction on this one, but it is. It looks to be pretty interesting. I would at least like to see how deep of a game this one is because it doesn't have the auction. So
Okay.
Probably the last on my list of really wanting to see, of course, barring, something ridiculous that shows up because it always
Right.
does. Just to see what Massive Darkness looks like.
Yeah.
We have a lot of friends that have backed it, but I would really like to actually maybe give it a shot. Because I was on the fence of backing it, but then I was like, well, we don't need 3 people with it. So, yeah, Massive Darkness looks pretty cool.
I agree. Another one I'm kind of interested in is Edge of Darkness. It's going to be available for demo, and I don't know much about the game itself. I just know that this is another one in AEG's series of card crafting games. And I want to, I'm really interested in seeing like what they continue to do with that card crafting system from Mystic Vale, because I love Mystic Vale. I love the card crafting in that game. And so I'm really curious to see how they can implement that into another game. So that's Edge of Darkness from AEG. Zach, do you have any other ones that you're looking to demo?
no.
Well, then.
Yeah, there'll probably be something that's there that'll be like, time to wait, I don't know, however long this demo takes while standing around people to try and get in on the next game.
Yeah.
Right. So those are games we're looking to play and maybe buy for some of them if they're available. There are also a bunch of games that we know are going to be available that maybe we would like to get our grubby little mitts on.
So one that I really wanted to get my hands on, my grubby big mitts, is Shadows of Kyoto, but they're only having 20 copies, and so it was already sold out. So this game is the next in the series of Hanami Koji.
Oh.
It's in the same universe. It uses the same art style, and it's another 2-player card game with hand management. It looked really cool, but like I said, they're only bringing 20 copies, and so they had to pre-order them, and by the time I saw that, it was already out, and I was like, son of a bitch.
That probably went quick.
Yes. And so they're like, oh, you could buy it online, and I was like, how much is it? And like $23 and then $13 shipping, and I'm like, I will wait.
Yeah.
But I do, if I get a chance to play to get that, I would definitely buy that.
Just kidding, we have way more than 20.
Right?
I'd be fine if they said that.
Those 20 people probably wouldn't. I really want to get that Terraforming Mars expansion map.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully they just have a massive fucking stack of those because they're like $13, $16, $20.
Yes.
Like,
They better just have a huge pile of them.
it's just boards.
Yep.
Well,
Please make
considering
enough.
that he's had to reprint Terraforming Mars like 6 fucking times,
Yeah.
he should know roughly how many copies exist, and they better just have that many copies of the expansion because everyone who buys the base game always
maybe not
buys
that
the
many.
expansion.
One of you fuckers needs to bring your Terraforming Mars. So if you do get that map,
We're gonna need to pack pretty light
Yes.
this year because we have 9 people coming back in a 10-person van.
We have a 15-person van.
We have he's getting 15-person?
Yes. Yeah.
Holy shit, I thought he was only getting a 10-person.
He was, but then when I was hanging out with him, we found a 15-person van that was even cheaper.
Oh, good.
And then like $600 cheaper.
He was texting me earlier about how he's like, can we go if we pick up the van a day earlier, we save $400, but we have to go to DIA to pick it up.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was like, sure.
If you
I'll drive there and back.
Yeah, I can help with that too. I think I have the free time.
Wow, 15-person van, Jesus.
Yeah. But also, I don't think we need to bring nearly as many games as we were at last time.
No.
I probably will bring like 5, maybe.
I've got to bring Food Chain because I'm committed to playing with somebody through the GenCon Facebook group.
Sucker.
Yeah, I love playing
That
Food
person
Chain.
is a sucker.
Yeah.
That person, sure, maybe.
Yeah.
They don't
He's
know.
gonna get
They might not
ruined.
know what they're in for.
Yeah, just be you and Paul. But then you come in dressed as people like poker
So
professionals.
what you need to do? Yeah, you have both you guys play, but you need to give them our business cards. And be like before the game. Be like after when you feel like shit and all this. These guys will help you make you feel better.
Yeah.
So. Don't worry, we got these dice. We've got these cards with all this theme on here.
You've made a poor decision.
Yeah.
Here's some people that can help you make some better decisions.
Yes.
Whatever. Anybody who wants to play Food Chain is probably making the right decision. The people who look at Food Chain and go, "Oh fuck no," then they shouldn't play Food Chain. But anybody who's like, "Yeah, I want to play that. Somebody should teach me that." They're making a wise choice. Anyway,
I will break my neck with how hard I will turn my back and
Shake
forth.
my head back and forth.
Anyway, so back on to what I'm looking to purchase. So I really have been enjoying what Capstone Games is doing right now. Clay over there, he's basically started taking a lot of old, like, heavy Euro games, getting them new editions, getting them back out there. They recently started their new, like, Simply Complex line, and one of the main initial games in that series is The Climbers, which looks like a kid's game. Like, it's a bunch of wooden blocks with little people and little ladders, and it's basically a King of the Hill game. Like, you're just trying to get to the top of the tower blocks, and each turn, like, you can move blocks around and stack them in different ways. I've never played it. It is Edward from Heavy Cardboard's #1 thinky filler game, and that sounds like a game that would be right up my alley. It'd be great for the way our game nights go, like something kind of simple, easy to teach. Like, nice wooden blocks are great for a brewery. Go ahead, spill a beer all over that game. So I'm really looking forward to checking out The Climbers. And then they also are going to be having The Roar, which is the new implementation of Rushafart. They'll have that available for sale.
So I just want to name two quick that I already have. I just think that people should buy them if they are interested in them. Is Tiny Epic Quest and Champion of Midgard, the expansions for those.
I was wondering why those were on there.
Yeah, just to be like, hey, if those seem of interest to you, they were good. So go get them. But one that I want to talk about was Wasteland Express.
Yes.
So that's probably the most expensive game on this list that I would consider buying. A lot of it is those inserts, man. Holy shit. Did they work with Game Trays?
Yes.
Yeah.
The people that took 2.5 months to get me my Terraforming Mars game trays.
Yeah, but those inserts look amazing.
Because of stickers.
Yeah. And then I don't know, it seems cool, and I just really like the layout of the board and stuff like that. So I got to make sure I actually would dig the gameplay, but I'm definitely considering getting it if I would like it.
I have watched some like how to play things on that already because I was also pretty interested in that.
I'm a big fan of pick up and deliver type games, so I'm hoping one of you gets it. I probably can't justify the money right now, but I have also been having an eye on Wasteland Express.
It's like $100.
Yeah.
I thought it was 70. Or is that for the on the GenCon thing? It was listed as 70.
Okay, I thought it was a little more than that.
Jeff?
I really want to. They're going to have Mountains of Madness. It's the Rob
Davrow.
Daviau. Yeah, I know that's. Yeah. Which one is it?
I don't know, Jeff. Which one is it?
I don't have it in front of me.
Rob Daviau. Not Davrow. Get out of here.
They have a lot more details and stuff on it. They'll probably have a demo there, fingers crossed. But Mountains of Madness is pretty high on my list and has been pretty much all year. Another smaller one that's I think it's been out for a little while, but Flip Ships looks really cool.
Yeah, I've heard pretty much nothing but great things from this, from like Brandon over at What Did You Play This Week. A ton of other people on Punchboard Media seem to be just loving Flip Ships, and
They're flipping their shit.
they're flipping their shit for Flip Ships.
No, Jeff? No?
I approve of
whoever
that.
was putting in the Flip Ships link just copied photosynthesis twice. There's no link to Flip Ships. That's what I was shaking my head at. I was like, why is photosynthesis opening?
Yeah, that was, I don't know what happened there. I fucked up.
Done fucked up.
So another one that is, this is pretty much on a instant buy, like pretty high up on my list. Warring Colonies for Dead of Winter is coming out.
War and Colonies?
Warring Colonies. Warring. They are at war. I already have Dead of Winter, and I have Dead of Winter Long Night, and Warring Colonies joins them into one ridiculous game.
10, 11 player.
Yes, and since I have a nice new huge table courtesy of Heavy Cardboard's
Garage.
scraps, they're hand-me-downs, I think I have room on that table for it.
Are you just waiting for them to get rid of chairs, too?
Yeah, God, yeah. Edward, get rid of some chairs. But I think I've got enough space for it on that big old table, and I think the idea of having two competing colonies and kind of changing up how that game plays a little bit, that sounds like exactly what I need in my life.
That would certainly be a game day.
Oh, yeah, that's a substantial investment in time.
Yeah, that's a Twilight Imperium level of investment.
Yeah, 2 hours? I think that should be fun.
Yeah, we got 2 hours. We can knock this one out. They should also have Rax on there, which I'm just looking forward to seeing what the hell that game is.
Yeah, I've heard that it's not worth the $40 that it's going for on the viral marketing campaign.
Yeah.
But I want to try it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll pick it up.
Yeah, they'll probably have a demo. It's all plaid hat, right?
That is all plaid hat. Zach?
Another one that I'm interested in, now you're talking about Edge of Darkness, which uses the card crafting system.
Correct.
Another one is Custom Heroes, which is card crafting and is also a trick-taking game.
Yes.
So assuming that one looks cool, I would like to try that one because I did like the card crafting system. I just thought it needed something else, and so I'm curious if trick taking will be one for me. So.
The only thing that kept Custom Heroes kind of off my list is, one, I'm not a huge fan of the art style, and the little bit that I heard about the gameplay didn't seem like it was the kind of trick taking that I would be interested in. But again, I'm in the same boat as you. I really am excited to see where card crafting can go. I think that's a cool new thing to add to gaming that could really.
Well, because I know that when you added it to a card, the card itself isn't yours; it's still part of the pile or whatever.
Okay,
but like one thing I really liked is you had just this woman standing there, and then her strength is whatever, and then you put in a card that gives you +3 strength, but then now she has like a robot arm or something like that.
Yeah,
and so it actually changes the art on the card too. So
that's cool.
I really like that idea.
Yeah. I want to check out this War of Mine. I really like the PC version. The Kickstarter did well, but I heard the game that kind of came out of it wasn't so hot in anything more than a single-player experience.
Yeah.
Because the multiplayer was just like you each get to do different actions for the same person in a row. So it was just like tacked on multiplayer more than anything. But I want to give that one a look. Might not purchase that one, but
No, I'm right there with you with this War of Mine. I believe it was Chris, one of our listeners, said that he would like to hear us talk more about that. And so I'm really interested to kind of take a look at it, see it on the table, maybe get a chance to demo it or play it. Mm-hmm. And then if I like it, then I'd like to pick it up. It's another one, like you said, the PC game is fantastic.
Yes.
And if the board game can capture even a little bit, even if it is a solo game, like I have no problem solo game.
Best at one player.
Yeah. So I really want to give that a shot as well.
Yeah.
Two other ones that I'm interested in, and I hate that I'm even going to talk about these on the show because it's going to give both of you guys plenty of opportunity to mock me. Mini Rails and Whistle Stop, which are two different lighter versions of train games, but they're supposed to be like simpler, a little bit more basic. They're not like 18XX. They're not like tramways. They're on the lighter end of that, but I'm hoping that they still capture enough of that stock ownership, track laying, train game stuff that is in a short enough time frame that maybe I can actually get it played at game night. I'm trying to find more games that I like that I can play at game night that won't immediately send everybody running to a different brewery.
And not
so
a 4-hour investment.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that one of those two, Mini Rails or Whistle Stop, fits that description. As much as it would sadly feed into your narrative that I now am obsessed with train games, despite the fact that I really have only played one game of Age of Steam and I own tramways. Zach, it's back around to you.
I know. Another one that I'm looking forward to is the expansion for Splendor, Cities of Splendor. Now, it's a little more than I'd like to play or pay.
Yes,
for,
it is
$40,
kind of pricey.
But it's you're getting 4 expansions at $10 $10 a pop. Maybe I get a deal on it or something like that. That'd be really cool. But I definitely do want to try that out at some point.
Okay.
So I was seeing you guys play Flick 'em Up, and I think this Flick 'em Up Dead of Winter looks really cool. Like if it's anything like regular Flick 'em Up, it would be a colossal table space of dexterity zombie killing.
Which sounds awesome to me. The one thing that I want to see this game before I buy it, Paul was telling me supposedly Flick 'em Up Dead of Winter uses plastic pieces versus the wooden pieces in regular Flick 'em Up. And so I would want to see those plastic pieces and see if I felt that they still
had the weight to it.
Yeah, and felt good on a table compared to the wooden pieces of regular Flick 'em Up. Last one for me, and this one is probably on a sight unseen buy it right now. Sheriff of Nottingham, Merry Men.
Yes.
I really like Sheriff of Nottingham, especially like it fits perfectly with how game nights go in our group. Like it's easy to teach new people. It's got some bluffing and some fun interactions. It's great to play while you're drinking. And the Merry Men expansion sounds like it's just going to add more to that will go right in line with that style of game and fit perfectly. So I'm very interested in Merry Men.
And then my last one is Scott Pilgrim's Precious Little Card Game, it's by Renegade. They are going to be doing a deck building game for Scott Pilgrim. And I am a huge fan of the movie and comics, so I was like, I definitely want to try that one out and get it.
Comics or mangas?
Well, it's graphic novels.
Graphic novels.
Yeah.
Not to mention that Renegade has just been crushing it lately. Like I personally didn't like Clank, but you can't deny that Clank has been a huge success. Pretty much as everything Renegade is doing these days.
Flatline.
Yeah. Fuse. All like
Honshu.
Yeah. They are killing it. And so and I know how much you like Scott Pilgrim. Mm-hmm. So that does not surprise me at all.
Yep. Shit looks good.
Indeed.
I have a question. What do you think the biggest game of the convention is going to be?
PandEPIC Legacy Season 2.
Well, I mean, like, but in terms of, like, the one that people want, like, Seafall last time, of people like, this is the one I want to fucking buy. Do you think that there is a game that had as much hype in this one as that one did?
So many years, it's something that no one even knew about until, like, the convention.
Yeah.
Like, Mansions of Madness 2nd Edition was, like, announcement / it's for sale.
Yep. Because we still have a week and a half for Fantasy Flight, and this is when they're like, they just announced that other game,
Dragonholt.
And it probably won't come out in GenCon, like, because you said it's Q4 and stuff like that.
Yeah,
they're definitely going to start announcing some stuff soon.
They always have some surprise announcements almost every time. Star Wars, we haven't even mentioned at all the Star Wars Rebellion expansion.
Is that going to be there?
I mean, there's so many previews and stuff for it. I doubt
If so,
it's not.
I missed it entirely going through the list. I didn't see it on the Gen Con.
Well, that's because Fantasy Flight has only announced one thing so far, and that's Legend of the Five Rings card game, living card game.
Which because I know that one, the release party for that is like it's sold out instantly. Like people are going nuts for that.
That'll probably be the same as like Game of Thrones last year.
Yeah,
Game of Thrones the card game. So yeah, yep.
Ant will definitely be getting the Legend of the Five Rings.
Speaking of Renegade games, just a second ago, they tweeted out, I think just today, they did a picture about, like, you know, if I don't announce a Gen Con release before Gen Con, does it even exist or something?
Yeah.
And people are speculating, does that mean that they've got something that they're not going to release, like announce until Gen Con?
Yep.
Or are they just, you know, talking shit about everybody who's releasing all this, like, oh, this will be available at Gen Con, and it's super great.
Or it's like, we are risking possibly announcing something that we aren't guaranteeing that could be there because something could fuck up, and we don't want to announce it too soon.
So who knows what they actually meant by that tweet, but maybe Renegade will drop something, and that's one of those things I could see if they actually do have a game and it's ready to go, and they play it up like that, like, ooh, we got something going on. Given how well they've been doing lately, I could see something like that being real hot.
Right.
If Thursday we wake up in the morning and Renegade's like, hey, by the way, this is available in 2 hours when doors open.
And it will be sold out 15 minutes into the hour before you can get there because it's exhibitors only.
VIGs.
So I also know that Upper Deck is doing another Legendary game. They're doing the Buffy one. And I'm pretty sure that one's going to be pretty popular, too. Now, obviously, it's just Legendary versus Legendary encounters.
But it does photo art from the series, not hand-drawn art. So the art will be better.
More consistent, yeah.
More consistent is useful.
Yeah. And I know us at the this podcast, we prefer the Legendary encounters versus Legendary, but I do know that the Legendary games are pretty popular.
They are very popular.
I wonder if the Seventh Continent's going to be there at all.
It was another one. I didn't see anything when I was looking through stuff on that Geek preview on BGG. So,
and from everything I read about Seventh Continent, it always seems like, well, we did our Kickstarter run and that's it.
Yep.
We have to do another Kickstarter if people want more. So maybe.
Yep.
Yeah. The number one thing that I am looking forward to buying, though, is whatever sweet deal I can find at the Cool Stuff Ding and Dent.
Ding and Dent.
I don't know what it is yet, but there's going to be something that's going to be like an $80 game that I'm going to get for like $20, and I'm going to feel really good about it.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I spend the majority of my money. It's Ding and Dent. Maybe there'll be, I'll pick up and put down Star Wars Rebellion at least 5 more times.
I'm also looking forward to the Board Game Geek promos store.
Yes.
Yep.
Because I saw that you showed us that there were some Yokohama ones that I'd definitely be interested in grabbing.
Yeah. There's like the Dice Tower usually has theirs.
Yes. They usually have promos. I'm curious to see how many of those fucking ribbon things we can get on our fucking bag.
I'm going to go big on that this year. In the past, the first year I didn't do any of them. I was like, that's dumb. Then like year 2, I found a couple I liked. This year, no, I'm going whole hog.
Yeah.
I want it to be like down to my ankles. I want to trip on it.
Yeah. You guys need to get your own reusable badge holders now. It's like all the real veterans.
Yep.
No more lanyards.
No, I'm just going to have a lanyard for every year I've been. So I'm by 5 years from now, I'm going to have 8 lanyards so that I'm just going to wear around for one badge.
Yes.
Yeah, because I think the lanyard this year is the Legendary Buffy one, right?
Ew.
I don't know.
Well, last year it was the Predator. No,
last year it was Big Trouble in Little China.
Big Trouble in Little China. But yeah,
I think it was Predator the year before that when we went.
Yeah. that was
Upper
the
Deck has
hot
been
game.
pretty.
Heavy on the lanyard
Yep.
promo.
Although, like, so have you gotten your
Yeah, I got it a while ago.
what was your lanyard then?
It was
the
Buffy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I know on the Facebook group for Gen Con there was like a lot. Some people just didn't get lanyards. Like in their pack, it was just the badge, no lanyard, and they were flipping out,
Flipping their shit.
Yeah, I guess it never really dawned on me that it's always Upper Deck that's the lanyard. Interesting. Well, if it's Buffy, then I'm definitely just gonna make sure and bring my lanyard from 2 years ago when it was Predator, because I fucking hate Buffy. That's probably going to lose me some fame. I'm losing votes on the favorite person by saying I don't like Buffy.
I like Buffy.
I did not like Buffy.
I don't know if I
watch Buffy.
I don't know if I'd watch it again, but I did enjoy watching it. Did you? How far into it did you watch?
So this is going to be people are going to like me even less. I did not watch it.
Okay.
It was super popular in high school with a bunch of people who there was a girlfriend I had who was obsessed with it, and she tried to get me to watch it, and I watched a couple episodes, and I was like, this is kind of dumb. And then we broke up, and then as a matter of principle, I just associated everything Buffy with her.
Spite hate.
I spite hate Buffy.
Okay.
So I've never actually watched it. It might be a fantastic show.
I was just gonna say, because if you only saw like the first couple episodes of the first season, and I'd be like, yeah, it is the show where it was a shitty first season, and then but everything, like all the other seasons, are a lot better. Like Parks and Rec and shit.
See, people say that about Parks and Rec. I think Parks and Rec was fantastic from the start. Like it definitely hit its stride in the second season, but I don't think the first season was bad in Parks and Rec.
It is not as good.
It's not as good. No,
Not
like
nearly as
it
good.
hit its stride. It hit peak in like
3.
I don't know, 3. Yeah.
Middle. Yeah, once Ben Wyatt. Ben Wyatt's the best. Ben Wyatt for life.
Maybe Terraforming Mars will be the hottest game again this year, just because people can buy it.
Maybe.
I'm just trying to think. I wonder what big Fantasy Flight one that they're going to announce.
They always have a panel that I've never gone to.
Yeah,
that they
me neither.
announce all that stuff at.
I want to start going to. It's always one of my favorite post Gen Con things. The shut up and sit down live shows are hilarious.
Yeah.
I really need to start paying attention and trying to go to those.
Tickets are probably long gone.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's one of those you got to be ready like day one to get those. But man, I love those guys.
Yeah. Dice Tower ones goes out quick too. I know you wouldn't want to go to that, but and I always find it funny every year. Tom Vassell is always just like, I wonder if this is going to be a year if they announce Twilight Imperium, the 4th edition.
Oh man, what if that's Fantasy Flight's announcement?
It won't be. It'd be great.
It won't be. But what if it is?
Yeah. It would be. It would be interesting.
Yeah.
What if they're just like Thursday, doors open. There's like a booth that's just floor to ceiling curtains blocking it, like a big chunk in the middle. Nobody can access it. And then Saturday, an hour before the dealer hall closes, the curtains go up, and it's just a giant booth for Twilight Imperium 4.
They usually have empty demo tables for their Saturday release, and then they will swap out the banners that hang above, like overnight.
Yep.
I just want to do something ridiculous, like I said, like Saturday and Friday night. Friday, an hour before
Sunday,
dealer
an
hall
hour
closes.
before it closes.
That's too ridiculous.
Everyone's already left. Like nothing's left.
Yeah, and they're like, there's just like one guy walking by.
So what the fuck?
No, but I mean, like, see, if you did like Friday night or Thursday,
And then they
night,
just don't sell it to him.
Yeah.
Just like, sorry, you can't buy these.
No, even better. It says Twilight Imperium 4 free, and it's just anybody, like, they release the one last hour, and then like anybody who's just like, wait, you guys have Twilight 4th edition? You're like, yeah, here you go.
Yeah.
Just have
Fantasy
it.
Flight just gives away games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, but if they did like Friday
The
night,
balls on them
God
if they did
damn
that.
it. Friday, if they did it like an hour before close, 30 minutes before close, enough time that like people get a chance to see it, some people get to buy it, and then dealer hall closes, and then that hype would spread like wildfire overnight. Like, dude, Twilight Imperium 4 is there. The rush on Saturday morning would be bonkers.
And then Saturday morning, it's not there, and anybody is there. It's just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that's how I found about Warring Colonies. They accidentally put the box out, and then the guy wouldn't answer my question about it. It's like, what box?
Why do they even have it?
I don't know. I think they were announcing it, but it wasn't. They were announcing it like later that day, and someone had just left the
Maybe.
box out, and I was like, "What the fuck's that?" And he's like,
I felt like it was a while after.
I think I was near you when that happened. But I just wish it was like, because I remember the box was sort of near on the top. If he just like, there was a drink like on the table and you're like, what's that box over there? He looks, sees that box, he takes a drink, just throws it at the box. His box.
But I do have to say, Christian Peterson, designer of Twilight Imperium and a whole bunch of that kind of stuff, I don't think he's had a major designed game come out since like StarCraft, the board game, 2007, Middle-earth Quest.
Was he part of Forbidden Stars?
Don't think so.
Star Wars Armada 2015.
I was going through the list of since like Twilight Imperium 3rd Edition in 2005, the WoW board game, StarCraft, Middle-earth Quest, Warhammer Disc Wars, and Star Wars Armada. So who knows what he is doing besides running, Fantasy Flight.
Yeah. I'm also interested to see. I wasn't paying enough attention my first year at Gen Con. It was like sensory overload. But last year, I noticed like there was Grifters. Relatively cheap, small card game. Got super hot. Like it popped up like BGG has their hotness like right there.
Vast, did that happen for Vast too? Or what? There was another game there. I'm trying to remember what it was.
I don't think it was Vast.
Maybe. You're talking about last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, so something like that, like something small from somebody like Grifters was from IDC, Indie Cards and Boards, or Indie Boards and Cards, IBC, not IDC. And it just out of nowhere, like nobody, it was nowhere on my radar until all of a sudden, like everyone was talking about that game. And
me and Jeff were able to buy our copies.
Yeah, and then I bought your copy off you, and then it ended up being a little bit broken, but still a good game. But like, it's interesting how games like that, like will catch on. Like, I stopped by to talk to those guys last year after it had gotten hot, after I knew they were sold out. I still stopped by, and I was like, yeah, I've had a chance to play Grifters. A couple of my friends got copies. It's fantastic. I think because I was asking about the promo pack. Yeah. So like, do you have any extra promo packs? Like, I know you're sold out of the game. Do you have another promo pack that I could have? Because I'm going to buy that game. But I was talking to them, and they were like, they were blown away. Like, they weren't expecting to have every copy blow off the shelves in 2 days. So I'm curious, like, what other, like, small designer, new game on the market that just, for whatever reason, catches on and just rips through the convention. That's always fun to see.
Yeah, I look forward to talking to a lot more designers this year, because I remember we talked to the guy who was like, "Yeah, I made that game when
we were just hanging at the Dice Tower booth, looking at promos, and he just came over there and was talking to him."
Yeah,
and they were talking about it, and I was like, "Yeah, we bought that game. We bought your game. It was a good game. Good job, sir. Good job."
Yeah. Well, then like last year, with the podcast was pretty much brand new last year when we were at Gen Con. And so back then, like, I knew designer names, but I had no idea what they looked like. I had no information about them or who they regularly worked with. So, like, who knows how many times I bought games or talked to people at booths that were the designers or, like, worked on it or whatever.
Zach pointed out Eric Lang. Yep. I didn't know what he looked like.
Yeah.
Then I walked up to him and said hi.
Which I wouldn't have, last year, I wouldn't have known Eric Lang from Adam.
Adam who?
Adam West.
I really think you would if you see anyone that looked like Adam West 1, you'd be like, that's a zombie over there.
I'm not surprised that it happened,
but no, like I feel like this year I'm much more aware of like actually like not only just who designers are and what games they design, like what they look like. I'm more active on social media and things. Like I've got a much better idea of what's going on. So I feel like, and I'll recognize names better. Like if I'm talking to somebody at a booth and they got a name tag and I'm like, you're that guy, and you made that game that I love.
I hope you say exactly like that. You're that guy. You made that game I love. No context, obviously.
Just walk away.
Just walk away. Good job, sir.
And then he's just
no opinions. Just walk away.
Go. Excuse me, ma'am. Just fade away, Adrian. Just
into
slowly walk. Yeah, just walk into a crowd. just
smash into people as he walks backwards.
Again, peak awkwardness.
Yeah, peak. It's always the potential energy,
and then always just start everything with "Hi, Gil Hoba."
One thing that I will miss this year is we're not doing the roundabout trip home, so we're not going to stop at Alpha King Brewing in northern Indiana. Three Floyds. Not stopping at Three Floyds.
Alpha King is
who
one of
makes
their beers.
Alpha King, which is one of my favorite beers. So we're not stopping at Three Floyds, and we're not going to completely unexpectedly and unannouncedly crash Jeff's grandparents' house.
Yes, they got a big house.
They had a lot of space for us.
They are fantastic people.
Yep.
I've thoroughly enjoyed both of the previous years meeting them.
Yeah.
I really liked last year's where it was like, we have this other Airbnb, but That's not an area.
No one checked with me about what parts of Chicago you should actually stay in or not. And Brownville is not a place that you go to. I think it's called Brownville.
Oh, see,
I just hope you're not racist
You
right
acted
now.
like you knew,
I
and then
want to
now
say that's
all of a
what it
sudden
was.
everything's
It's like
called
right,
into question.
It's, like, it's the south side of Chicago, and
But then it was also traffic-wise, too. It would have sucked trying to get out. So.
Well, my favorite part of that is then we had like as we're getting into the like outskirts of Chicago, and we've got like 30 minutes, 45 minutes to this place versus like 20 minutes to Jeff's grandparents' place, and we had this like long discussion about sunk cost. It was like, guys, it doesn't matter, like whether we stay there or not. Like we've paid for it. It's that. We can't. Don't worry about what you've spent. You've spent it.
I'm pretty sure I was the one that was saying that shit.
Yeah, you and I were the two, like talking about, like, come on, guys, it's sunk cost. It's done. Let's move on.
Yeah.
But other people were like, but it's $100 to stay there. No, that you've spent $100 to stay the night somewhere tonight. It does not matter where we stay. You spent your money for the night. Yeah. And then Aunt fell asleep before we finished just Portobello Burger.
He did. Yeah.
Good times. We're not going to ever find out the mystery of the neighborhood because I'm impatient and tired of waiting for Jeff to browse Google Maps and find the neighborhood that we were not supposed to stay in. We're just going to assume that he was super racist.
that's me.
He's just, Jesus Christ. All right. Sounds like a good time to end.
Yeah. So I'm not going to wait for Jeff to find.
I think I've stated previously that my most favorite thing about Gen Con is finding out about new stuff that I had no idea was happening and to get super excited for.
Yep.
There's no way to really tell, but I just want to be new excitedness.
Like I said, the game I'm most looking forward to buying is whatever stupidly awesome deal I find at Ding and Dent in the Cool Stuff Inc. Ding and Dent sale.
For sure.
So, yeah, Gen Con's ridiculous. It's amazing. I don't think we're going to try and do too much like actual episode recording there because that didn't go well last year. Our equipment's better this year, though, so maybe.
We got a portable recorder.
Yeah, we'll try and do something.
We won't try and cram 6 people around one table at the Airbnb on Saturday evening. No. We won't do that.
No, I think we should try and do some sort of daily thing, but just like us and maybe like one other person. But like the Omni mic and then just find a small room or something like that.
Yeah.
Make sure it's super echoey.
Yes.
It'd be great.
The echoiest.
Mm-hmm. This is my cat everywhere.
Yeah.
Her name's Echo.
We'll try and...
We'll
try and do some photos and regular chit chat on the Slack channel and Twitter. Definitely follow us on Twitter.
There will be much twittering
for Gen Con, latest up to date stuff. So that's all of like everything we're looking forward to about Gen Con games, activities, everything. We also did put a post on our Board Game Geek guild number 2731, that we were going to be talking about Gen Con stuff. And so we have a thread up over there, and we got some responses.
So Scott says, please draw on Adrian's face if he falls asleep on the ride to Gen Con, and post lots of pictures. I'm not going to draw on his face.
He's not that passed out.
No, but pictures will be taken if sleep, and then we will try and do poses and...
Yeah. Your number one best bet for that is going to be the return trip because I'm guaranteed to be in the van on the return trip.
And there'll be more people, so we can do more poses then.
Yes. But Jeff's right. I don't sleep that heavily that you can draw on my face.
No.
In fact, I can almost always tell and wake up like with everybody looking at me and making a weird face as they snap the picture because I can just sense that like the mood in the van is shifted.
Somebody's making fun of me. It's your super. It's like your Spidey sense, but it's your Adrian sense.
I am being mocked.
Yes. I don't know where. I don't know by who. So Matt also says, what is the most obscure game you're interested in trying / buying / demoing, whatever, at Gen Con?
I think for me, most obscure... Oh, man, that kind of gets... I don't know.
My most obscure would, I guess, would just be the Shadows of Kyoto. Because I just want it. I just want it so bad.
Yeah, there's not a lot that's super obscure for me. I mean, maybe Climbers or The Ruhr, because those are things that I feel like heavy gamers are going to be aware of that other people might not be. But even then, I don't know if those really qualify as obscure. Jeff?
I feel that the Thing, Infections at Outpost 31 might be kind of obscure, or that Big Trouble in Little China game.
Yeah,
they're not from. That's like Mondo Publishing from The Thing, or at least they're doing the deluxe version, or maybe that's Big Trouble in Little China I'm thinking of.
No, it's the Thing is Mondo.
Yeah,
I could see that being kind of obscure.
Yeah, I'm not sure how hot people are going to be into that one, but
maybe that'll help us get a copy.
Yeah, maybe. I just want the deluxe version, actually. The deluxe one looks cool.
And then he also asks, are you going to visit the zoo? ... dot to see the emus? Question mark. Wink.
Winky face.
Yep.
Emus. You said emu.
Emus.
Emu. That was, once again, Matt.
Yes.
From earlier emailing.
Yes.
I went all in on the emus.
He did go all in on the emus. So when I first saw that from last episode, like the emu email, I was like, what is he talking? I was like, oh, wait, emus at my... Okay, it's like emails. I got it.
Yep.
I got it.
Now you got it.
It confused me at first, though.
Yep. But feel free to throw more stuff on there, like throughout the week and in during GenCon and stuff like that.
Yeah, because we'll be tweeting and talking on Facebook, BGG. We'll be up to date about like what is good, the Slack channel, what's going on. So if there's things that you're interested in or that you want to hear more about, get a hold of us. Post over in the BGG on that GenCon thread, and we can answer there. Tweet us if there's anything that pops up specifically that you're looking forward to. Send us a long-winded email if you wanted to. Jeff, where would they do that?
Emails at milehighgameguys.com.
Not emus.
No, that's a bird that
Emails.
can kick you to death.
Emails.
Emails are electronic mails for communication.
Okay.
That's the main difference.
Yes. You can also, if it's within 140 or so characters, you can tweet us. I tweet under at MHGameGuys.
I am Zach_MHGG.
I am Jeff_MHGG.
We also have that aforementioned Board Game Geek Guild number 2731, where there is already a GenCon thread. If you want to talk about GenCon related things, feel free to start your own thread if there's other things you want to talk about. There is a small community there. You can also get a hold of us through Facebook or Instagram /MileHighGameGuys. We have a Slack channel that will be posted in the show notes. A link to join the Slack channel. You can chat with all of us in there. There's Murder Island channels. There's announcement channels. There's a special channel for patrons over on our Patreon, patreon.com/MileHighGameGuys, where if you want to support the show, we have a whole bunch of different tiers that you can do that through. You can get some rewards, things like that, and help
See
us.
stupid pictures that Zach takes while I'm in the middle of recording.
Yep.
Correct. Yeah, if you want to support the show, that's a great way to do it. That allows us to do a whole lot more awesome stuff. Yeah,
We have a lot of business cards to hand out at GenCon.
we sure do. And we should have some t-shirts too. More information on that next week.
Actual t-shirts.
Actual real life t-shirts. All right, well, I think that pretty much wraps everything up. We can put a bow on it. It's done. Stick a fork in it. It's done. Whatever the
Stick a fork in it. It's done.
it's done. Put a bow on it. It's all we're set. We're good.
Wrap it up.
Correct. As always, I've been your host, Adrian.
I am still Zach.
And I'm fucking pumped, Jeff.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
So we leave for GenCon.
John Cena.
God damn it, Zach! For the fourth time, you might as well just leave all those in so that
Yeah.
people understand.
Oh, yeah.
What I deal with on a week-to-week basis here.
Punchboard Media, where we all
Bring something
to the table.
pull up a chair.
At punchboardmedia.com.